Hello everyone, I am back once again. And as you can see, I'm actually going to cover another run for Contra 3, the Alien Wars. Now, this is a game that I already covered on my channel once. In fact, I actually got even a couple of deathless runs for both easy and normal mode. However, I actually wanted to cover this game again because not only am I going to cover the hard mode once again, which is something I already did before I even got the deathless runs for normal and easy mode, but I also wanted to just kind of give you guys a whole new perspective on it, because when I first showcased Contra 3 on this channel, I actually was more on the pessimistic side of it. I always felt like this game was super hard, which it is, but I just felt like I could never like beat it in a very decent manner, you know. Like I had to use up continues and even grind for lives just to get through the hard mode, honestly, which was not bad, and I'd say even it's quite creative for someone who has not played this game like in that kind of way, like to that proficient level. But I kind of just felt like, you know, it'd be cool if I could actually play better for this game, honestly. So because of that, yeah, and not to mention, I was also inspired by watching some of the content creators on YouTube showcase their runs, some of which were deathless runs, others were just casual traversals of the hard mode, and others even go as far as to provide commentary, which is very rare. You know me, when it comes to showcasing games like Contra, I always want to hear everyone's perspective. So getting to hear someone actually talk about the game is actually kind of nice, because not a whole lot of people do that. In fact, a lot of the experts for this game don't even talk a lot of the time. They just showcase their runs and let the video do all the talking, most likely. So, but yeah. So in my case, I actually wanted to just give a more optimized performance for this run, and not to mention give a more positive perspective on this game now, because I do think this game is pretty cool. It's just that this game was pretty frustrating when it came to getting through all the enemies. After grinding the normal mode to get the deathless run, I actually learned a few things about this game, and after playing the hard mode a good number of times, even once CC'd at one point, I figured it's not that bad, and I think it's actually doable to get the deathless run, albeit it's not easy, of course, because once again, there's a lot of random shenanigans that actually happen throughout the levels, and if those stars start to like not align perfectly, you're bound to go down at some point, you know. But we're gonna give it a go right here, honestly. The hard mode, and we're gonna use default lives. We're not gonna raise it to 7 or anything like that, because the goal is to one day get the deathless run, obviously. So obviously if I want to do that, I have to be able to beat this game with just the default amount of lives. Oh, I was dumb. I was like, what the hell? Make sure that it didn't... Okay, no, it did not change anything. I was just making sure, because I don't know. I actually don't know if that even happens at all. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about that, especially considering that I actually have already played this game numerous times and have restarted, and it always stays that way. So I think I don't have anything to worry about, really. Okay, but here we go. So this is going to be Contra 3, Stage 1. So unlike in the first Contra games, the first Contra game actually, you don't start in the jungle anymore, you start in the industrialized city here. In Super C, you kind of start like in a ruined area, it seemed, but somewhere in the mountains, apparently. Okay, so yeah. Something worth noting about the hard mode in Contra 3 is that there's a lot of enemies that spawn, and a lot of them shoot, and they shoot very fast. Like, the bullets come out much faster than they do in the normal mode and easy mode. So that's kind of where your reactions are put to the test, basically, for this game. And if you know me, you should already know that my reactions is not exactly the best, honestly. So that's kind of one of the reasons why this game always gave me trouble, is because it's very fast-paced, and I'm actually kind of terrible with fast-paced games, actually. There's a reason I was able to get Deathless Run for Contra 1 and 2, because those games weren't as fast-paced as Contra 3. Contra 3 takes it to a whole nother level. So obviously, yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult. But as you can see, I'm kind of like going through it like nothing right now, because I've played this level so many times that I kind of start to know the game like the back of my head now. But there are still a few things I have to consider, like the patterns of the spawning enemies, which is never consistent, actually. It's always random, and chances are that they'll eventually hit you with a shot, or they themselves will run into you because you mistime your jump or something, or you're just cornered to the point where you're not able to do absolutely anything, even though you're shooting at them. Okay, so we're now here, and this area is like kind of like platforming. This kind of feels like a Super Mario reference, since there's lava down here and there's fireballs popping out, kind of like in Super Mario. So that's kind of interesting. Unlike in easy mode and normal mode, you can't actually shoot these anymore, so you kind of have to be able to dodge them. Gotta watch out for the random moments that those fireballs decide to jump at the same time, because that makes it really difficult for you to jump over them. You have to wait so that they actually separate over time. Get the bombs, obviously, because those are going to be useful, especially if you don't end up dying anywhere. They are actually super useful for later levels. For right now, I don't need it, though. Although, what I do need to do here is just mash the hell out of this button right now. Look how resistant this fucker is, honestly. Dragging the whole thing out. This boss alone has always been a problem for me because of how fast it shoots those bullets. Sometimes it shoots it like a machine gun even. It's like, how do I react to all of this, honestly? This is exactly what I mean by the game being all fast-paced and stuff. Bullets shoot faster. Bosses take forever to go down. Apparently, the more you mash the alternating weapon, hold on. The more you do this this alternating weapon thing, the harder you mash, the more powerful it seems like your hits get. Because there's times where even when you're not shooting the enemies, they end up dying much sooner than you expect them to. And I'm just like, how? It's got to be through that, honestly, through the mashing of this. Because you see right there, I gave the 6 hits, but it didn't go down. Usually it does, but it's usually while I'm mashing. Oh boy. I was trying to get the barrier before they started shooting, but alas. Okay, this is one of those guys that doesn't like to make me wait. Okay, I got a bomb. Would have liked another crusher, actually, though. What is this? A bomb. Okay, I hope I got it. I got it, okay, yeah. I was about to say. Alright. I was gonna try to do the whole mashy thingy, but I don't have double crusher, so therefore I have to freaking do this the slow way now. There's another bomb, but I can't get it because there's a lot of shit in the way. Just shoot these things so that I have an easier time dealing with this. Would like to get those weapons, but I can't because this thing is in the way. There we go. Shoot all the legs. Oh, there's a crusher right there. But I gotta make sure I don't get hit by this laser. And I missed it, okay. Then just shoot this weapon so that it stops shooting that laser at me. There we go. Now we just gotta dodge this thing. If this thing has all of its legs, dodging this on hard mode becomes super difficult. So you definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Just gotta destroy all the legs and then just, you know, just run in one direction instead of circling around. Because that really does hurt your hands too, honestly. This game is so hard that whenever I grinded it, it always hurted my hands. It made it so numb. It kind of made me like start to feel like, damn, am I just getting old? Am I actually never going to beat Contra 3 on the hard mode? I mean, I already did, but I kind of just want to do it like in a better way, you know, instead of racking up for lives or using up continues. But as you can see, it's a pretty hard game though. Like, not everything goes your way. There's a lot of random moments that kill you for no reason. It's just like, why even? These stupid bugs show up too. Losing the crusher is pretty annoying in this though, because these enemies are all chunky as heck. Let's see if I can get some damage. Yeah, make sure that some laser hits are here. Make sure you aim the lasers directly at them, because otherwise this thing will just be a real problem. There we go. Okay, having a laser is not too bad though. Especially because right here we're going to get a crusher right here. Having crusher and laser is usually your ideal weapons anyway. If not double crusher. Having a bomb would also be ideal. And that's kind of the downside to losing a life at all in this game, is that if you have a number of bombs, you just lose them all. And that just sucks, because those bombs really come in handy later in the levels. I guess that's why folks always try to survive as much as possible in this, so they can make use of the bombs. Oh shit. I wasn't reacting to this at all. Lucky I didn't get hit there. Wait. Wait, oh. I for some reason thought I got there, but not yet. Yeah. This shit is actually risky because sometimes in order to DI these missiles, I have to be so close to the claw, and if I run into that, or if I overshoot it, it becomes a problem. Oh yeah. So here's this other boss that actually can be quite schmixy with it. Gotta know its pattern, because look, it tries to juke you so hard, it's not even funny. And it sometimes succeeds, but right now, thankfully, it didn't. Usually I take this thing out very, very quick, but what happens is, again, the patterns, they're not always consistent. They always change it up at some point. That's what I mean by the random crap that actually takes you out of nowhere. When you're like, when you think you got it all figured out, and then something changes, and then that's when it's like, what? Yeah. That's basically one of the biggest issues that I have with this game. Even though I now kind of figure out a lot of things about this game, there's still random shit like that that just kind of does you in, and I'm just like, why? Why on earth? Yeah, destroy this thing. Just a mini boss, but it's thankfully it's not that bad to take care of, although the little flying birdmen are pretty annoying though. They're those same scary guys from Super C where they kind of just look at you and then they just jump on you without saying absolutely anything. Look at them. They're quiet and they just approach you and then they're ready to jump with their ugly ass wings. This part was also very scary for me because these little drone guns always keep freaking, you know, popping in. They make me think they're going to shoot right away, but they actually take a little bit of time before they actually shoot. Okay, this is another, this is the little mini fuzzballs. Thankfully, I got a hold of them. This is another boss, a mini boss that I actually had a hard time dealing with because, the brown one would always have different patterns of approach, and, you know, it would always schmix me, honestly. I kind of have an idea of how to get around it, but it's still very likely that I can get hit if I don't react accordingly. So reactions are once again put to the test. Here's the final boss. It's Big Fuzz. That's the name of the boss, and, yeah. Terminator reference. It's a pretty hard boss to deal with if you don't actually know the pattern to this thing, or if you can't move fast enough. There we go. You have to watch out with the fire that he shoots because he shoots it a lot faster than he does in normal mode or easy mode. In those two modes, it's definitely dodgeable, but in hard mode, it's a lot different. Right there, you're in for a nightmare if you actually can't take out that thing very quickly. Once again, is the reason why the double crusher is in our interest, because it's the most powerful combination. Probably even more powerful than the crusher and laser. Because I think I think laser is actually slightly less powerful than the crusher. But it is one of the more powerful weapons, for sure. Okay, so this fourth level, this can be easy. All you can do simply is dodge them, but if you want to rack up lives, you kind of do have to shoot them. The problem is that not all of them go down, and in the meantime, they'll shoot bombs at you, and if you misposition yourself, you can get hit by the explosion of the bombs. The shooters are more easy to dodge, but the bombers actually look for your trajectory in order to start throwing their bombs at you, basically, so you want to be careful with that. I definitely want to rack up lives, though, because I'm not trying to get a deathless run on this, since that's kind of difficult, honestly, especially while doing commentary. If I did lose a life, it wouldn't be a big deal here, because as you can see, I'm actually going to switch up my weapons and change to the homing missiles. Particularly because there's a moment right here in this level that kind of requires me to, you know, use it in order for me to autopilot a little bit. So basically right here, this thing, I have to take care of it, but all these little red guys show up while me trying to take care of the silver guy. So yeah, but you know, they'll jump on you, but the homing missiles basically cover my spot for the most part. There's still a chance you could get cheesed and like it'll just go right through the homing missiles and it'll still hit you regardless, but that rarely happens. So again, not everything is consistent in this game. So getting deathless, in order to get it, all the stars need to align. So much RNG shenanigans in this game. And you know that RNG has never been kind to me, honestly, if the Pokemon games are anything to go by. So, yeah. Take care of this mini boss. If you have the crusher in the laser, you're fine. Most folks here usually go with the double crusher here because they're crazy maniacs, but I actually use the laser because I need that range, obviously. In reality, I think it's just the speedrunners that use the double crusher here. Because they know how to position themselves to shoot the boss that's here. This boss is one of the hardest ones to deal in the game. Although it's also the most badass sequence in this whole game, actually. Because you gotta do this sick-ass jumping from missile to missile. You just feel like a total badass doing this. Of course, the downside is that it's super hard to navigate. Oh shoot, and I'm dumb. I killed myself like a numbskull. Use the bombs, use the bombs. There we go. Okay, now we got rid of that. Unfortunately, I lost the laser of all things. I should have lost the crusher instead, because, yeah. Crusher is for maniacs, honestly. I have to be super close to these things in order to stand a chance. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to lose the crusher if now I have it right now. Okay, there we go. Crazy maneuverability here. Okay, let's see if I don't die here, because that's another problem with this level, is that sometimes here, even if you're hanging on a missile, you still die sometimes, and I'm just like, how? Sometimes I jump off the missile and I survive, and I'm just like, what? How does that make any sense? I don't know, but yeah, bottom line is, another piece of RNG in this game that you have to get right, otherwise you'll mess up your deathless run if you're trying to get that. So traditionally for this level, I used to always go here, but because on hard mode, it's super difficult to get around this little strip right here, with all those firebugs like firing at you incessantly, I decided to change up the status quo and actually go over here from now on, or start from here. I've had a better chance of getting through this level unscathed with going through this path. At least for me, honestly. Everybody has their preference though. You do get the laser here. I guess that's why, because people want to be able to get a laser by the end of this whole thing. But I personally just need bombs, honestly. Because bombs is what I lose more in here. Let's see if that's a bomb. No, it's not a bomb. Forget it. See, the path here feels a lot more smoother compared to when you start over there. Start all janky and whatnot. Okay, watch out with these creepy crawlies. The fire ones are dangerous because they shoot... Oh, damn it. I thought I wasn't going to get hit there, but I did. Yeah, they shoot more aggressively than usual. And that happens too, where they freaking make me... And they make me respawn where I least expect it to. Yeah, get this firebug out of here. Oh, shit. I'm telling you, this level is just crazy with it. Okay, got a spread at least, but damn, that shit was annoying. Okay, so here I gonna kind of see if, okay, I can get an L, luckily, because I don't want to be farming for weapons either, honestly. This run was meant to not farm for lives nor weapons. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Okay, just watch out with this stupid snake thingy. Okay, just shoot this thing. Oh boy. Oh shit. I gotta watch out with that because sometimes the fire will... If it disappears at the time that I KO the boss, there's still like an invisible piece that still hits you there. And you don't want to get hit by that. Because then I'll lose a weapon. Right now I got double crusher by miracle. I sometimes have to rely on the weapons that I get by the end of that level in order to actually do well in this final level right here. Because this level is actually atrocious, honestly. Even right here, the problems already begin. Because these things spawn at unpredictable paces. Sometimes they appear from random angles that you don't expect them to. In fact, it varies. Which makes traversing it very scary. Let's see if I can do this whole thing again. Yeah, I say this because I've already done it, but like, you know, every pattern's different. Okay, I did it, but no bombs, so now I'm gonna have a hard time with the heart right here. Oh shit, I ran into that one. I was supposed to jump and then go over it, but I guess, you know, it is what it is. I only lost one life. Did lose a lot of lives in level 5 though, which was pretty obnoxious. It's not a tremendous loss though, because I get a bomb here and a laser. Again, the crusher and laser are a decent weapon combination, if not the double crusher. Or double laser. Yeah. Figure out the pattern here, use the bomb if you have doubts, react to the laser. I think the bomb is also good for slowing down the pace right here and reacting to that laser that this guy shoots much more easily. Okay, right there I couldn't dodge absolutely anything. Most people usually do, but I couldn't. That's another random moment where you just have to like hope the star aligns perfectly, otherwise you're just gonna get hit by that thing. There we go. You saw the heart from Contra 1. You saw the Kimco boss from Super C. Super C's Kimco boss is super... It's like bullshit, honestly. Because you have to hope that those spiders are perfectly aligned so that you can dodge them. Otherwise, you'll be in for it. Oh shit! Why did I shoot upwards? There we go. I was trying to shoot more because the more you shoot, the better when you jump. Okay, so this is another boss from Super C, obviously, but the brain that comes under this mask is actually the real threat here. Because this thing has this roulette, and obviously, if you know me, precision and reaction is not exactly my forte, and that's kind of what this roulette kind of demands from you, if you want to get out of this alive, that is. So I got not an ideal, but it could be not an ideal selection here, but it could be worse, honestly. That's actually like that's like the Sephiroth attack from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Where, you know, those circles kind of surround you, and after a few seconds, it just kind of explodes on you. That's kind of what that attack, what that phase does, honestly. This is the traditional boulder phase where you just gotta crouch right here so that you don't get hit by these things. I actually finally realized why this trick works, actually. Apparently your hitbox when you crouch actually reduces to just your elbow, apparently, the character's elbow. So therefore you're gonna actually dodge a lot of stuff. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, fine, man, fine. You really wanted me to not survive that, didn't you? Okay. There is a plan B, though. Get bombs. Just crush her. More bombs. I didn't want the homing. I didn't want the flamethrower. Give me the laser. I died because I'm dumb again. Jeez, I'm gonna blow this just for trying to get this damn weapon. Let me just shoot a little bit just to kind of weaken this thing already. This might seem crazy, but I'm actually gonna try to get that damn weapon again. Let's see. Let's see if I don't get the wrong one, though, because that could be bad. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Okay, don't get greedy with it. Just take what you can get, honestly. Even if it's a shitty, like, homing missile. It's not all that bad considered. Or, it's not bad all things considered. Okay, there we go. Now let's just pick something good. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Oh, okay. See that? No lives because I freaking threw them all away. I'll admit I was playing this pretty badly again, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, though, this is the hard mode, though, so obviously it's not over right here. There is one more phase that I have to get across, and hopefully I get the right pattern, because this boss, this final form, actually has a pattern that actually is rare for it to happen, but I don't know if you guys have seen when this brain actually starts to extend its arms when it gets up to you, but it can happen as soon as you're able to move, which doesn't always happen for a lot of folks who showcase deathless runs. So obviously that star had to align perfectly for them in order for them to avoid danger in that sense. Otherwise, it'll be difficult to dodge this thing. Let's see. Okay, they didn't do it. They didn't do it whatsoever. Usually you can tell when they're about to extend their arms when two of their arms actually go inside the little cage thingy there. But yeah. Okay, so I was able to finish the level despite having only 1 life left. And fully loaded too, because I got a crusher, I got a laser, and 4 bombs. Almost as if I didn't lose a single life, even though I definitely did. But yeah, there you go. 1cc, another 1cc in the books for this game. Like I said before, I've already done numerous 1cc's in the past, but I just wanted to showcase one where I actually commentate over it so I can give you guys my perspective on this game. Like I said before, I learned a lot with this game after grinding it numerous times. So now I don't think the game is as bad, but it is still pretty hard, obviously. In fact, if I were to try to get a deathless run here, it would probably still be difficult, actually. Because, again, it's not that easy. But once he's seeing it, is definitely doable. And not to mention, it's definitely fun to do. The fun kind of goes down though a little bit if if your goal is to get the deathless run though, because it's right there where the frustrations come back and it starts to become a whole nother, you know, dramatic moment, I guess you can say. Like, say you've come like 5 levels in without dying and you make it to the final level. As soon as you start, boom, you die. I'm just like, damn, so you have to go all the way back just to try to do this again. Imagine that. Yeah, no, this game can be frustrating in that sense, honestly. But if you're just simply casually trying to play through it on the hard mode so you can see the best ending, yeah, no, this is fine now, and it's definitely fun to do, honestly. And like I said before, the music here that plays at the end, it's so satisfying. It really makes you feel like you've accomplished something, you know? So that's what makes this game super awesome. The gameplay is amazing, the soundtrack is amazing, the character that you play as is amazing. The satisfying ending that you get for beating the hard mode is super amazing. Everything about this game is just so good. This is one of those games that if it didn't have good music, I probably wouldn't be as interested in getting like any 1CCs for this game whatsoever. I would probably just have been content with the way I ended it in the last run, obviously, where I just tried to grind for lives and had to use up like a couple continues. Yeah, no. But this game is, yeah, it's a wonderful game, honestly. I'm super glad my cousin had it, because I think if my cousin didn't have this game, I probably would not have known about Contra 3 until much, much later. And that would have just kind of made things a lot more... It wouldn't feel as nostalgic as it feels right now to play this game, actually. But yeah. So anyways, for those who watched my run for Contra 3, The Alien Wars, once again, on the hard mode, 1cc, with commentary. Thank you so much for watching, obviously. If I ever showcase another game for Contra, it's going to be probably either Contra 4, or, because I actually managed to beat this game on the hard mode more comfortably, there's a chance that I might even go out of my way to actually explore Contra Hardcore, which is a game that was released a couple years ago after Contra 3, The Alien Wars. So, and it's said to be the much harder game of the two, you know. It's set to be harder than Contra 3's hard mode, which is kind of insane, and kind of makes me worried about what to expect in that game, honestly, if I choose to go down that route. But if not that, then I probably would just go into Contra 4, which is a much more familiar game for me personally, and is a game that I'm still wanting to get, and I have said that I've been wanting to get into, but I just haven't had time, honestly. And I've been wanting to get other games out of the way beforehand too, honestly. But chances are that after getting this satisfactory ending with Contra 3, I might actually just get into it, honestly. I'm feeling way too hot right now with this game that I kind of want to get into it a little bit more. But anyways, with all that said, hope to catch you fellas for another video whenever I get to it. For now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one.